One Piece Chapter 1096 is almost upon the fans, and it is time to get excited because spoilers and leaks about the chapter have started to flow in. One Piece has been incredibly exciting over the course of the last few weeks, as the Egghead Island arc is hitting its climax now. In the previous chapter, Oda started a flashback through Bonnie, which tackles the entire life of Kuma from birth to the point where he's right now. Fans got to see quite a bit of it, and it is sure to continue in One Piece Chapter 1096, as has been confirmed by the leaks. This chapter is absolutely incredible, and quite easily has the potential to be one of the very best in the entire manga. Kuma and Ivanovs' plan. One Piece Chapter 1096 will see Kuma and Ivankov working together. This was quite evident, and fans pretty much expected these two characters to become good friends and devise some sort of plan to escape from God Valley. Kuma, Jenny, and Ivankov are all slaves. These characters are doomed right from the get-go, that is, unless they forge their own destinies by attempting to run away. That is exactly what they do in One Piece Chapter 1096, and they formulate a proper plan to pull it off. It is revealed in this chapter of the story that the price for the native hunting games on God Valley are devil fruits. This was widely speculated over the course of the last 2 weeks, and it appears that it is true. After all, specifically, there are some fruits that fans especially hear the mention of in One Piece Chapter 1096. These are the Nikyu no Mi, which currently belongs to Kuma, and of course, the Yo-Yo no Mi model, Sairyu, which belongs to Kaido. Both of these devil fruits were the ultimate price in the native hunting games, and it was decided that Kuma and his group would steal and consume them, which would then give them powers and possibly an opportunity to escape from the island. The arrival of the Rocks Pirates in God Valley. The vast majority of the fans knew that the Rocks Pirates would be coming to God Valley in the next few chapters, and that is precisely what happened in One Piece Chapter 1096. The Rocks Pirates have finally made an appearance, and it is believed to be an incredibly exciting moment for the fans to witness. Unfortunately, Rocks himself is not revealed in this chapter at all. Fans do not get to see the legendary pirate that they have waited years for, however. At the same time, it must be remembered that every other member of the Rocks Pirates makes an appearance in this chapter. Fans get to see the likes of Big Mom and even Kaido, and, among some surprises, there is even Elder Neon, who is revealed to be a former member of the Rocks Pirates in this chapter. Fans do not know much about the Rocks Pirates, other than the fact that they had no unity at all, and just did whatever they wanted to do individually. Apparently, that is exactly what is shown in One Piece Chapter 1096 as, immediately after landing in God Valley, this pirate crew works in individual factions and attempts to do their own thing, the stolen devil fruits. While it is unclear as to how Kuma and Ivankov acquire the devil fruits that they targeted, it is believed that they successfully managed to do so. Kuma has his pawpaw fruit, while Ivankov gets the Yo-Yo Momi model, Sairyu. However, the latter does not get to eat this devil fruit simply because he's encountered by none other than Big Mom. Big Mom then takes this devil fruit away from him and keeps it to herself. As fans know, she eventually ends up giving it to Kaido on the day of the God Valley incident, and it is unknown if fans will get to see that happen or not. On the other hand, Kuma does get to eat his devil fruit, and he gains the powers of the pawpaw fruit, which fans have seen in action many times throughout the series. It is believed that Kuma is then encountered by Saturn. It is unknown what exactly transpires between these two characters once they meet, and fans will have to wait for the final chapter to come out to actually figure that out. Nonetheless, the goal is a partial success for this group and opens up a way for their escape. With the powers of Kuma's devil fruit, even escaping the grasp of someone like Saturn would become possible, and that is exactly what this group would likely bet on. Unfortunately, the spoilers don't exactly make it clear what happens here, and fans will have to wait and see for themselves. Kuma, Ivankov, and Jenny escape. After acquiring the power of one of the two devil fruits that they targeted, the goal of these three friends is to finally escape. It is unknown how exactly they manage that, however, given that Kuma has the powers of the Nikyu no Mi. One would assume that he ended up using this power on himself and his friends to escape from the island. According According to One Piece Chapter 1096 spoilers, the three are then seen in the Sorbet Kingdom, which is where Kuma was born. Kuma then likely becomes the king of Sorbet Kingdom, and fans already know that he was known as the tyrant at one point as well. If the flashback continues, fans will likely get to see Dragon make a move as well, and he will then meet up with Ivankov and Kuma at some point. It is unclear what happens to Jenny later on, and hopefully, the flashback will explain her current whereabouts, if she is alive. As far as Kuma's story goes, that's all fans see in One Piece Chapter 1096, according to the leaks. However, other characters are also tackled in this chapter, such as Garp and Roger. Fans get to see Garp being sent to God Valley, which sets up the stage for the exciting confrontation against Rocks. Meanwhile, Roger is also seen in action, and it is believed that he has his old straw hat around this time which he wears around his neck, just like Luffy. It is unknown how the flashback will proceed from here onwards, and if fans will even get to see the God Valley incident take place. Judging by the fact that the characters whose point of view fans were following are not on the island anymore, it is highly unlikely. Nonetheless, this chapter is absolutely immense, and fans cannot wait to read through and dissect it. And in other news, One Piece, the major organizations, explained, the fight for supremacy in the world of One Piece has been going on for ages. The world government itself is the biggest power in the One Piece world, being composed of several mighty countries. At the heart of the world government are 20 powerful kingdoms that once collaborated to take down the ancient kingdom a long time ago. The current world order in One Piece has been established by this powerful organization that called itself the world government. However, they are not the only major organization in the world. The fight for supremacy and power will always exist in a world such as One Piece, and there are different organizations that are currently on the seas, vying for it and establishing more influence as they go on. This is more true than ever before during the Great Pirate Era, which has seen the likes of the Four Emperors and many others take the seas by storm. Yonko. The Yonko is one of the most powerful organizations in the One Piece world. However, they are very different from all the other organizations that fans see in the story. Although the Yonko are thrown in together, they are individual pirates with individual goals. In fact, the Yonko are rivals to each other, as all of them want to claim the grand treasure of the One Piece for themselves. Essentially, even though they are grouped together as one of the three major powers in the One Piece world, the Yonko are, simply put, a group of individuals. The only thing that is common between them is that they are all pirates. The Yonko are extremely dangerous, and their influence over the New World is like none other. They control the vast majority of the New World, and even the Marines and the world government don't have as much influence in this portion of the sea as they do. Currently, the Yonko are made up of Luffy, Buggy, Shanks, and Blackbeard. These are the new faces of the Yonko, after Luffy took down Kaido, and Kid and Law combined to take down Big Mom in the Wano arc. It can be assumed that, together, the Yonko are the most powerful organization in the One Piece world at the moment. They possess tremendous strength as well as skill, and their might is such that even a single Yonko crew, combined with all its allies, was enough for the world government to summon their entire forces in order to ensure victory. The Marines and the world government. The Marines are, essentially, a part of the world government, given that they are the military face of this major organization. The Marines are composed of several powerful fighters who have made it their goal to secure peace all over the One Piece world. The highest authority in the Marines is the Fleet Admiral, a role currently occupied by Sakazuki. Under the Fleet Admiral are the three admirals, who are believed to be among the strongest fighters in the One Piece world. Before the time skip, the admirals were made up of Kuzan, Borsalino, and Sakazuki. After the time skip, Sakazuki was moved up the ladder and made the Fleet Admiral. Kuzan left the Navy, and the power vacuum that was created was filled by Isho and Aramaki. The Marines also have other powerful fighters in their ranks, such as the Vice Admirals. They are powerful fighters, however. They cannot take on the likes of the Yonko in combat. The only fighters in the Marines that are powerful enough to accomplish that are the Admirals, and even they seem to be insufficient to challenge the powers of these Yonko. Of course, within the world government itself, there are stronger fighters. The five elders, who oversee the events of the entire world, appear to be much stronger than the Marine Admirals. They are the highest authority and, thus, their powers are absolutely immense. Then, of course, there is Ima, who is above all and likely among the strongest as well. Fans don't know much about them, however. In the future, they will most likely find out more. The Revolutionary Army. The Revolutionary Army is a rather new organization that was set up by Dragon, Luffy's father. This organization originally stemmed from the Freedom Fighters, which was yet another organization that Dragon created. As the name suggests, the Revolutionary Army leads a revolution against the Celestial Dragons. Their goal is to overthrow these rotten leaders of the world and ensure a just peace where the powerful don't step on the powerless. Dragon has made it his goal to make a just world, and, for that purpose, he established the Revolutionary Army with Kuma as well as Ivanovs. Over time, this organization has grown in power as well as influence, so much so that they are believed to be one of the strongest and mightiest organizations on the seas of the One Piece world. Dragon himself is the supreme commander of this organization, while Sabo is the chief of staff. There are other major commanders as well, and all of them, put together, are strong enough to take on the world government. The Revolutionary Army has not been focused on much in One Piece, however. It won't be long before this organization is at the center of the story. They have already declared war on the Celestial Dragons, and it won't be long before the actual battle kicks off. Fans cannot wait for this fight to begin, as it will most certainly be one of the very best in the story. Cross Guild. The latest organization to be set up in the One Piece world is Cross Guild. This organization was originally created by Crocodile, however. Buggy is seen as the leader of this group. This has made Buggy one of the 4 emperors of the sea. The Cross Guild is, in the eyes of the world, a very dangerous organization that hunts down Marines. Essentially, this organization has placed bounties on the heads of Navy soldiers, just like the Navy puts on the heads of pirates. This has now led to people hunting down Marines just as pirates are hunted. The script has been flipped, and the hunter has become the hunted. As such, the Cross Guild is a very dangerous organization that the world government needs to be very wary of. This organization seems to be growing in power as well as influence, and their ranks are made up of Buggy, Crocodile, and Dracula. For the most part, these are the strongest members of the group. However, there are other powerful members as well, such as the Buggy Pirates, Alvida, and even Daz Bones, among others. All these major organizations are fighting for supremacy on the seas at the moment, and, given that the story is in the final saga, only one can emerge on top, and fans will have to wait to see who it is. That's a wrap for this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We'll be back with more amazing videos very soon.